you what river that is, please?
Well, the one river up by our end is called the Prairie River. It's fed from the Prairie Lake. And then there's the Sandy River on the other side of the lake over there, too, by Highway 65.
Well, that's beautiful. Prairie River and Sandy River coming out of Big Sandy Lake. Excellent, excellent. And don't strain yourself with shoveling snow, but I'm sure you have a snowblower.
I do have a snowblower. I used it once already, but we had about a quarter-inch of rain here 2 days ago, so now it's like, I don't know, frozen snow. How's that? It's more like ice snow out there right now.
Oh boy, that's nasty. You want one or the other, right? I mean, that mixture is just absolutely gonna foul things up.
Yep, that's for sure. So I guess it's gonna get cold here tonight and the next day, so it won't snow then, and we might see the sun for a change.
That would bring light to your soul, and if it gets icy, last year my beautiful wife invested in, or the whole family invested in some walking shoes, a hybrid boot walking shoes with spikes on it, so that I wouldn't fall on my walk. So I hope you got something like that.
I do have some that I can slip on that I use when I ice fish, and they do work great. They're not so good on a wood deck, though.
Well, I suppose not.
Yep, they're nice to have because I took a tumble last year and it took me 2 to 3 months to recover from that. I didn't break anything, but boy, I twisted her pretty good, the one leg.
Yes, the older we get, the harder that those kinds of trauma injuries are harder to come from, and may not break bones, but muscles seem to want to just stay twisted and irritated. So I'm glad you recovered from that, but you paid a real stiff sentence of 3 months.
Yep, roger that. Well, we went on vacation down to Florida for almost 3 weeks, and it was kind of hard on the system wandering around, even though the weather was beautiful. But we're looking forward to that again this year. We're going to Hawaii for 3 weeks, so that should be a nice break coming up here in February.
That is wonderful. I'm glad that you and your wife are going to be doing that.
Yep, after 50-some years, it's a nice break.
You bet. Well, you deserve it, and I hope your week is going well, in spite of the fact that you got snow and slush mix.
Oh, yeah. We were out ringing the bell today for the Salvation Army, so that's always fun to see people put their money in the pail, and, it's amazing what people give around here. Back to you.
Well, thanks for ringing the bell for the Salvation Army, Bruce.
Yep. Well, I'll let you go. Hopefully you can get out ice fishing sometime this week here when things get a little more stable. But you have a great day and stay safe.
Thank you, and you too. Good luck fishing. We'll like to hear some of the results from that. Well, we'll break with Bruce, and we'll look for more check-ins on the third hour of the PICONET. Okay, NI 0, November India 0, what's the rest of it? NI0K, you're an old-time check-in. Can I get a first name? Okay, John, come on in and take a turn. Well, that's great, and I want to wish you well in the 10-meter contest, okay? Are you going to take the phone and or the CW, or are you guys going to change back and forth? All right, well, you're working on your CW, and that's great, and that's a high number to have is 24. I don't have 24 words a minute skill. My CW is just good enough for parks on the air, but it's tough enough with phone, too, during those contests. So I think you guys will make a great partnership. Oh, here it is. Whiskey Zero Bravo Tango Sierra, W0 BTS, and my name's Brian. All right, I think you've been posting those links over the last few days, haven't you? I saw a link when I took a quick peruse through that Facebook page, so I'll start listening to them. I'm going to listen to Kevin so that I can tease him on our nightly get-together. Thank you so much, John, and good luck in the 10-meter sideband contest with the partnering stations. This is W0 BTS taking check-ins for the third hour of the PICONET.
Kilo Bravo 0, Whiskey Mike, Quebec.
Okay, after John was Whiskey Mike, Quebec, could I get the prefix for your call?
It's Kilo Bravo 0.
Okay, I'll get you after John there. John, WA0YSL, Avatar.
Yeah, good afternoon there, Brian, and everybody else checking in. Looks like about 27 degrees here, heavily overcast, and I guess we're supposed to get some snow starting overnight, and it's supposed to get nice and slippery tomorrow morning, so good thing we don't have any place to go to tomorrow. Just gonna sit here at home and get fat and sassy, I guess. And got to do my Christmas shopping here yet, but I guess we can do that some other time. Anyway, just rolled into the shack here just a couple minutes ago and turned on the rig to see who was going to run the PICONET this afternoon, and I found out it's you, so I thought I'd better check in with you, or else you'd get real mad at me and won't speak to me anymore. Hi. So anyway, have a good one there, Brian. Back to you, WA0YSL.
Hi, John.
Hi.
Well, looks like you got a fan out there, and I'm a #1 fan of you on Fridays, John, and any time of the year. And yeah, we got to stay off the ice, but you're the kind of guy that gets restless and wants to do those 12-mile-a-day bike rides. Thank you, John, for checking in.
Yep, 7-3.
7-3. KB0 WMQ. Take a turn.
Good afternoon, Brian, and everybody else out there on the PICONET this afternoon. This is Robbie in Keewatin, KB0 WMQ. I always try and delay a little bit so I don't double with somebody, but it seems like I always do. Anyway, we got 17 degrees here. That was the high for the day. It was like 15 when I got up this morning. But the temperature is going to dive below zero Thursday, according to forecast. But anyway, just checking in, one for the count. Thanks for taking my call. W0BTS, KB0, WMQ, back to net.
You signed off there, Brian.
Can somebody relay KB0 WMQ? I couldn't do him justice.
I walked across the room. He quit. What? Do you want anything important, Robbie? He didn't copy you.
No, I just said 17 degrees here, cloudy all day, and just checking in, one for the count, basically. Over.
All right. Yeah, Brian, Robbie's in Keewatin and 17 degrees and the same sky as everybody else.
Okay, Kevin, will you tell him that I thank him so much for checking in, and I appreciate that he gave me a relay. Every turn's important. Thank you, Kevin.
You copy that, Robbie?
Yeah, he's S8, S9 here. Good copy, but I'm only doing 85 watts barefoot.
All right. Well, he's over by Eau Claire, and so he's a little farther east. Things might be going along over there already.
Yeah, roger that. Okay, 7-3.
There you go, Brian. Ends HDR.
Thank you again, Kevin. And Robbie, thank you so much. I think conditions aren't the best for me here, and I appreciate it. And I'm glad that Kevin could get you in here. Okay, W0BTS taking check-ins for the third hour of the PICONET.
KC0 FHA.
Kilo Charlie 0, Quebec,
QJQ.
November, Alpha.
And QJQ.
Okay, I got QNA and QJQ.
And FHA was first.
Can you take FFJ? I didn't hear him at all.
Must not be getting out today, Kevin.
No, I don't know. Well, we're pretty close together here, so how you doing, Al? And Brian, his call is KC0 Federal Housing Authority, FHA. Go ahead now.
Thank you, Kevin. Brian, are you copying me at all, or no?
You hear him at all, Brian?
I hear you now, FHA. Let's see if I can get you directly into the PICONET.
Okay, well, I've got a strong signal on you. I'm on about 13 miles east of Kevin there. And the call's Kilo Charlie 0, Foxtrot Hotel Alpha. And if you don't mind, I'd appreciate a reception report. I'm trying to revive an old radio here. This thing's from 1982. And when I got it, all it would do is pop fuses and sizzle. So the fact that you're even hearing me is, I'll call that progress.
Okay, you're a 510 into Wisconsin here. I turned everything off, and you're 510, and you're sounding great. I didn't hear you at first because there must have been a collision, and the conditions are very poor today. So, what do you think?
Well, I think I got about the same on you, about 10 over. He's sounding great here. So I guess this thing is, pretty soon I'll be able to call it done and put the cover back on and put the buttons in. So anyway, with that, it's 23 degrees and overcast here in Isanti, Minnesota. And I'm sure you've got other check-ins waiting. So I'll say 73 and thank you for being there and doing the net, and thank you for the signal report. This is KC0 FHA. We'll be clear.
Thank you, KC0 FHA. Thank you for checking in, and good job on reviving the old timer. KC0 Q&A from Well, I'm trying to remember where you're from. Go ahead.
No worries, no worries. I'm points unknown out here in south central Minnesota. Hi to John, W0YSL, this Big John. You passed me just coming up on the LeSueur Bridge this afternoon in your gray Ford, is that a Focus SUV? I was just coming across after visiting early in the afternoon with my mother up at Oak Terrace. So I saw you, I waved, a little late, but just wanted to let you know I saw you and your license plate. So other than that, we're at home watching the freezing drizzle and sleet work its way up from the Sioux Falls area. State Patrol's been having a lot of people slipping off on Highway 23 and 71 and extreme western I-90, causing a lot of multiple car accidents. Nothing heard for injuries that I hear except one major one. But like I said, it's that kind of day, and that's what keeps moving our way. But like us at 26 degrees, we're below the freezing line, so it'll probably mostly snow. And if it holds together for any precip, makes its way here, it will be in the form of snow. My truck's put in the garage. Everything else is looking good. I don't have anything else for the net, so we'll just jump in and say hello. Everyone have a great afternoon. Big Dot, KC0Q&A, and Sunny Gaylord.
Thank you for checking in from Gaylord today, and thank you for sharing with the net about your busy times. And 7-3. I need the prefix to QIF. Come ahead here.
We got KC0QJQ here.
Brian, did you mean QJQ?
QJQ. Thank you, Kev. Can you take him because I can't get him.
What are you, chiseling calls in a rock?
No, I was calling there. The propagation is a little crappy today because of the storms. Thank you, Kev, if you could get him.
Okay. I can hear you fine, Roger. How you doing?
Yeah, good afternoon there, Kevin. I can hear Brian pretty good. He's about a S7 over here into Dawson here, but not doing too bad. Other than that, not much else going over here, Kevin. Tell him we were about 27 degrees and had some freezing sleet or some stuff coming down a little bit a while ago there. So other than that, not much else going over here. So tell him 73s and have a great week. KC0QJQs.
All right. Thanks, Roger. And Brian, he says 27 and a little bit of freezing rain over in Dawson, and 73. Have a good week.
Well, tell him 7-3 and have a great week over in Dawson. And it's always good to get calls from him and Terry over there. Appreciate it.
He can hear you.
That is cool. I started to hear him when you two were conversing. Then I could hear him a little better at a time. When the weather's bad, it just kind of falls apart down here.
Yeah, I can hear you, Brian. 73s.
7-3 there. Thank you. Okay, this is W0BTS with N0HDR doing relays for me. This is the third hour of the PICONET. We're taking check-in.
Well, Brian, with that 10-meter contest this weekend, if you do any POTAs, you probably don't want to do 10 meters.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm happy that they're keeping that band active. I think those guys are going to get a lot of DX connections. That should be pretty fun. I think you're going to do that, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. I'll spend some time on it, especially if the weather's not good.
So it'll be fun to hear what you come up with, Kev. Yesterday I missed 3.740 because I was out there doing parks on the air, and it was a good activation. And even Max, my buddy, WI9MB, he lives in Maplewood, he came out to the site. But it was tiring to take it down in that cold west wind last night, Jeff.
Yeah, I think you're personally crazy.
You know I've been... Thank you. This is W0BTS, and we're taking check-ins to the PICONET, and I have N0HDR to help me with relays. Yeah, please do.
Yeah, I'll probably pop in and out of it, just on voice. All right. Yeah, I'll have to point it over that way sometime, and hopefully we have DX. I remember years doing this when you had a hard time getting across town. Yeah, probably be from 28,300 up to close to 29.
Here, and it's just awesome. So I'm looking forward to it, and it's going to be interesting learning experience for me.
You got a good logging program?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, November 1 Mike works good for me, and yeah, it's a quick and easy way to get DX contacts.
Yeah, well, I won't be using my call sign, but yeah, we'll be using N1MM, and I'm reasonably familiar with it, but I've never done any multi-op stuff. So yeah, I'm going to be there early Friday, probably right after lunch or lunchtime, to figure out how to do this.
All right. Well, on the configuration page, you can put the calls of the other people in there also, so it shows up on your ADIF and your log files.
Right. So K0IR, he's done a lot of multi stuff with N1MM, but never a multi-single with one transmitter.
Yeah, I've been with it since they started it, and I even caused an update one time. I screwed up something and froze it up on my end. So one of those updates was because of me. Answer HDR. I'll send it back to Brian if you're done.
Go ahead. Thank you.
Well, thank you, I0K, for checking in, and you're always welcome to, make extra comments or rechecks or whatever. I think that was very interesting, and I caught your partner's name that time. This is W0BTS taking check-ins for the 3 o'clock hour of the PICONET.
N0DLR.
W0DIK. U0, Golf Delta.
Who was after Don there? I need that call.
That's W0DIK.
A call I know very well. N0DLR. Don, go ahead.
Good afternoon there, Brian. You're sounding good. 23 degrees here in the city. Not too much wind out there. It's not too bad a day out. I was out grocery shopping. It's chilly, but there's not much wind out there. So overcast. We're seeing a few snowflakes coming down, but we don't have anything on the ground yet. So catch you later, Brian. Have a good rest of your net. This is N0DLR.
Thank you, Don, for checking in, and don't strain yourself with snow shoveling. W0DIK. Dick.
Well, good evening, Brian, and good afternoon, and everybody else out there, Don and Dale and Kevin, everybody. Anyhow, not much to report here this afternoon. I been just hanging around the house. I had to take one of the dogs into the vet this morning to have his teeth cleaned, and I've got to go pick him up in about a half an hour here. So that's been my sole activity of the day. The rest of it has just been hanging out. So have a good afternoon and have a very good net. 7-3.
7-3, and thanks for all the reports about your activities and the pooch. Okay, W0GD, the lake on your side of the pond there up at Big Sandy is not frozen over, and Bruce is wondering what you can do about that.
I'm going to let Mother Nature take care of it. If it don't freeze over, I don't care. I don't have a snowmobile. It doesn't matter to me. Anyways, this is Whiskey Zero Golf Delta Dale Minnetonka today, not on Big Sandy, unfortunately. Or maybe, I don't know. Anyways, I just got done with work, and I so badly want to quit. So, let's see, we got 25 degrees. It looks to me like we're talking maybe a little snow tonight. Not much, though. I don't know, I saw that they sprayed something on the road, so they're anticipating something, but it looks like the next couple of days will be cold, but sunny. So, I don't know, that's about all I got, Brian. Do you got anything? Whiskey Zero Golf Delta, back to you.
Well, all I got is good memories. I hope your son is doing well. The coup situation, or whatever it was, the martial law was declared or was taken off in a few hours, so I'm sure your son's ensconced over there and doing his duties. And yeah, I guess Mother Nature's the only thing that's going to be able to freeze that side of the lake over. But I always say that wherever Dale is, that's the sunny side of the lake. So that's about it from here, Dale. You want to finish it up?
And zero PIC check-in.
Yeah, that coup that they had, it wasn't really anything. That was just a fucking, well, it was like a Biden-type president that was angry that he didn't get his way, and everybody, the difference is apparently they got smart legislators and other people in there that said, this guy's stupid, let's get rid of him. So that's what they're working on doing, since he's kind of an idiot. So now there's no problem over there for my son. He's at the Air Force Base, and as far as I know, he seems to be doing good. He's just trying to catch up on sleep, because you go there and there's a 15-hour, you go ahead 15 hours. Or no, 15 hours. So anyways, I think he's now getting pretty caught up on his sleep, and I don't know, I'll talk to him. The thing is, when I get up to go to work, he's actually getting down over there, so he's probably about 6 o'clock in the evening, so it's a good time for me to, unfortunately, this means I'm going to work at 4 o'clock in the morning, so, but it's a good time for me to call him, because he's done with work, and he's probably going around trying to get something to eat. Anyways, he's doing all right, I believe, and hopefully the world will do good until we get the new president, and then he'll straighten everything out, or at least give it the best shot he can. Other than that, that's about all I got, Brian. So maybe that's more than anybody wanted. So Whiskey Zero Golf Delta back to you, Brian. Thanks for doing it.
You bet. Talk to you later, Dale. W0BTS, it's 10 minutes before 4 o'clock. I'm doing the third hour and taking check-in.
N0 CIC Charlie, India Charlie.
Could I have it again, please? Your call?
November 0 Charlie, India Charlie, N0 CIC, it's Bill.
CIC.
Yeah, my boss. I just got to remember my boss's subject, prefix there, Kev.
November 0.
Okay, go ahead, Bill. I got you on the radar here.
Alrighty, take care. Just going to give you 2. Thanks for being there and doing the third hour. N0 CIC and K0 NLC, Northern Lights Council. Over.
Northern Lights Council, K0 NLC, and now help with the check-ins, and I want to tell you that Kevin N0HDR has been really faithful about the last few weeks relaying in stations, so I want to give him kudos for that there, boss.
All right, I'll double his pay.
Oh, CIC, he says he wants money. What an ingrate, huh?
Kevin, I just gave you a pay raise.
Okay, I'll wait. And wait.
Checks in the mail, right, Bill?
Roger, Roger. Checks in the mail. Oh, and just food for thought. Handyham system is made a decision we're trying to work through that they want us to release the call sign for the W0 EQO remote site so they can do something else with it, which means we'll have to put a different call sign on there. Not sure what it's going to be yet or what's going to happen, but for some reason Handyham system wants to make us release it.
All right, so everybody heard Bill's announcement. I guess they want, the Handyhams want the W0. Can you help me with this, Kevin? I can't seem to get this straight.
I didn't know they can take a call sign away from you, just something like that.
Well, that call sign is administered by Handyhams. The equipment at the Boy Scout camp up here in the Park Rapids area is owned and maintained by the Stillwater Amateur Radio Group.
Oh, okay. So they don't want anything to do with the ham radio license anymore, basically.
I don't know. Things have really changed. I don't understand why they wouldn't. Their biggest complaint is that they've got a lot of blind, handicapped people that want to get into ham radio, but they can't use the software. It's confusing, and there's going to have to be some. I don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, okay. So is there the possibility that it may go off the air totally?
Negative. It'll still, the station is still going to be active. It'll probably just be a different call sign, and those people that are using the remote site will just have to go into the RC Forb client and do a search for it, and we'll give out information over PICONET and whatever if the call sign changes.
Okay, so the Stillwater Club's still going to maintain it.
Roger.
Okay, all right. So Brian, Handycams doesn't want anything because blind people can't use the software, and I guess they just want to wipe their hands with it. But Stillwater Club's going to keep the same station going, but it'll probably have a different call sign.
Okay, thank you so much, Bill. Thank you so much, Kevin, for clearly reiterating what Bill said as well. You did better than I could. I was starting to get lost in the flood of information. So thank you, you two. Chicken in charge, is there anything more?
Negative, and you can show it as traffic if you want.
All right.
KB0ROB.
KB0ROB, Rusty Old Bucket, how are you?
Oh man, I'm getting along okay here this afternoon with some snow that's falling down again, and the sky, of course, is cloudy. The temperature is dropping. It's supposed to go below zero tonight and tomorrow. So it's winter time coming on, you know. So I hope you've been having a good net. KB0ROB, back to you.
Well, I've had N0HDR check in help me relay, and then N0CIC made an announcement that the EQO remote will be maintained by the Stillwater Amateur Radio Club, so it will still be accessible. And what else, Harold? Yesterday or 2 days ago, you went to the dentist and had your wallet open for your checkbook ready to write. I was at the dentist today, and it cost me $244 for cleaning and x-ray. So we're kind of in the same boat, my friend.
Yeah. Yeah, there's money going down this way and that way. So, okay, well, I hope everything worked out on your tooth business. And you've got a couple minutes left. You better get some more. Take care now. KB0ROB.
Okay, thank you, Harold. This is W0BTS taking check-ins for the third hour PICONET.
N0 T0 Ben Life Radio Big Wheel Mobile Remote on
Alpha Bravo Zero Romeo.
Hi, Brian.
And N0RO.
N0LZJ out of the big old mess.
And N0TTY to wrap it all up there, Brian.
Okay, I got quite a bit. Ben, let's take you first. What do you got going out there?
Hey, Brian, everyone. Just on I-80 in the suburbs of Chicago, I'm with an empty Schneider trailer that I'm bringing to a skipper. I'm swapping trailers out, and then go park for the night. And then in the morning, I'll head out for Mount Vernon or Mount something, Virginia. Going to a Walmart this week, DC, and then I think I'm due out there Thursday, maybe possibly Friday morning. And well, the temperature's been dropping even down here throughout the day. We're sitting at about 34 degrees down here right now, and of course, it being almost 4 o'clock, the traffic is just horrible. Anyways, please check in Mike's remote. I think you know his call sign already. I won't give it. And back to you, Brian. I'll let you pick up the rest, wrap up the hour. 73K0B.
Okay, thank you for the information on what you're doing. Next is N0RO.
Yep, we made it back to check in with you, Brian, so very good. And we'll let you get the rest of them. 73N0RO.
You betcha. Talk to you later, Mark. N0RO. AB0R, David.
Good afternoon, Brian. Just one for the count. Thanks for doing it. Back to you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, David. Don't be a stranger. N0LZJ, one of the hams from Ham Lake. Take a turn.
Well, thank you, sir. N0LZJ, we just got in the house, and I heard your golden tones, and I thought I'd give you a check-in. N0LZJ from Ham Lake, it's 21.6 degrees and going down.
The ice maker. Okay, there was a Q station, Q in Suffolk. Could I have you again, sir?
Kilo Bravo Zero, Quebec Papa Delta, Dick in Roseville. Thanks, Brian. 24 degrees, 7-3.
Thank you for checking in from Roseville. Appreciate it. And call signs only. We're coming up to the top of the hour.
WA0 Victor, Lima Lima.
WB6AMY.
WA0 Victor Lima Lima. WB6AMY. Quality, top quality. Thanks, Cal. And then thank you. Anybody else before I turn it over to Mike?
Kilo 0 Lima Fox Victoria.
Kilo 0 Lima Fox Victoria. Lyle, thank you for checking in. I'm going to turn it over to Mike now.
Well, Brian, I guess I better jump in. This is N0CTY Mike here in Pequot Lakes, and yeah, it's about 20 degrees here, and going down, I guess, to 0 or below 0 tonight, so that should be a chilly one. I see you had some billing at the dentist there and stuff. Yeah, I got a bill for my cataract surgery. It's about twice what it should be, so I got to go yell at them. I already did a preparatory yell at their billing department, but they never called me back, so I got to go through it all over again. And they're not so far away that I can't drive over there, Brian.
Well, I'm glad that you got connections there that you need for, getting your dental care.
Well, this was for my cataract surgery, but I guess I guess when the insurance company tells me the billing codes aren't correct, and then they should have just not covered that. So, but that's the way it goes. Sometimes you have to fight it out. You got to duke it out, like they've been showing on the news. You got to duke it out with the insurance companies.
That's right. You got to stand your ground with those guys. They're the